Okay folks, so moving on to the final film today, it's The Worst Person in the World, which is the Oscar-nominated Norwegian entry into the Oscars, so up for Best International Feature, written and directed by Joachim Trier, starring Renate Reinsve, I think that's right, pronunciation, and it follows Julia, who is about to turn 30, and she's in a relationship with her university teacher, who's 14 years her senior, and she battles her own indecisiveness as we explore her love life and her efforts to find her preferred career. First and foremost, this is the most relatable film I've seen in years. I was really taken by how much I was understanding completely, without it ever being said. I understood what Julie was going through and why, and all of it worked, made sense, and she's there thinking to herself, I won't spoil what exactly the things is that she's conflicted by, but and she's thinking to herself, am I the worst person in the world for thinking that? Am I the only one who thinks that? And of course the answer is no, she's not the only person in the world who thinks that, because these relatable things, they are there. They're the unspoken things that the dark secrets that you don't really talk about. They're explored here in exactly the right way. One of the things that you could consider here is because she's female, that means that men aren't going to relate to this, but that just isn't the case. It isn't true. But bear in mind, it's written and directed by a man as well. There's a beautiful balance here that works and appeals to the majority. Certainly those who've been in that situation or are in that situation now. By the same token, if you haven't reached that age, that's okay as well, because if you haven't figured things out at a younger age and you're looking at the film going, oh, she's 30 and she hasn't figured it out yet, that's relatable. That's understandable. Yeah, it's okay to think, oh, well, hang on, yeah, I haven't figured things out yet, and he is someone who also hasn't got things down either. That's okay. There's a great scene in it, which it's never explained exactly what the true meaning of it is, of course, but she literally hits the pause button. Like she literally hits a button. It turns the lights on. In actual fact, in the apartment, but it freezes the entire world. Her boyfriend is pouring coffee. It literally stops. She goes out of the apartment and walks past a woman who's literally stopped on the stairs. Everybody in the street is literally frozen solid, and she's walking past them. It's a great scene. And she goes and spends time with a man she's been thinking about, a man she met in previous scene. They spoke all night and clicked really well in a similar, very much exactly like Before Sunrise. That kind of vein. There's an earlier scene that they had together. It's a wonderful scene, and the film is really good. It's an accurate portrait of the entire millennial generation, possibly the mindset, in an honest and enlightening way. My partner watched it with me, and she had more of a connection with it than I did. She ultimately felt it was depressing, but absolutely agreed that it was honest and relatable. I didn't take the depressing element from it. I mean, there are things in it that are sad, but that's part of life, and therefore it has to be a part of this film. And I felt it had what it needed to have. It ends not in a way which is conclusive, but in a way that simply shows the beginning of the next chapter, and that's correct. It really does end in the right way. It's up for Best Screenplay at the Oscars, and as I say, it's up for Best International Feature Film at the Oscars. Renate Reinsve is up for BAFTA for her performance. It's a great film, and I can see success for it. It will be remembered. It's a really, really good film. Do check it out.